So how bad is this phenomena, and what is the official, if you like, or the industry standard advice for customers and for store owners? To find out, we are joined now from Retail New Zealand by CEO Carolyn Young. Carolyn, thanks for taking the time to join us. I know you're busy this morning. Welcome to the platform.
Morning, Sean. Thank you.
All right, Carolyn, is this an issue, a problem which is growing, or has it always been with us?
It's certainly the most significant issue for all retailers right now, and it is a growing and really significant issue.
All right.
We have recently done some research, and it's about $2.5 billion cost to the sector.
Geez, a year, that's annually.
Yeah, it's an annualised figure.
All right, any types of business at more particular risk than others?
No, retail crime is a really, really broad. So it can be, shoplifting where someone's putting a bar of chocolate into their pocket. There can be, threatening and abusive behaviour towards staff, which, creates a difficult environment for people. It can be criminal damage where people are ram raiding or graffiti or vandalism or arson. It can be robbery that is accompanied by violence. There's lots of different definitions, and so it happens across all sectors of the retail. So whether you're a supermarket or a chemist or dairy or anything, it just happens right across.
Yeah, and there seems to be this trend of, a shoplifter tries to have some art in what they do, don't they? They slip it in the pocket. They're trying to get away with it. And I don't mean to trivialise shoplifting. It's still property theft and a crime. The trend seems to be that people are doing this brazenly and openly and looking at retailers and other customers and saying, almost, I dare you to stop me.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we've been hearing from retailers. I've been out speaking with a number of retailers, and brazen is the most common word that's come up, and there's a real challenge for businesses while they try to protect staff, because there's a lot of violent and aggressive behaviour towards their staff, and so they're not encouraged to interfere too much when people are doing those things, because you really have an obligation under the Health and Safety Act to protect your staff and your customers, you expect to go into a safe work environment when you're going to work every day. Yeah. And so it is a really challenging piece around people believing that they have a right to go in and pick up stock out of a shop and walk out without paying for it, as opposed to what everybody else does, which is the normal thing to purchase.
Yeah, it's a deal. It's called civilisation and a market economy. Carolyn, what is your advice under those circumstances to shop owners and to their staff?
Well, firstly, the shop owners, their priority is ensuring they've got a safe environment for their staff and that their staff remain safe. And without a word of a lie, every retailer I've spoken to, that's their first and most priority issue. And so they, police are trained to deal with people that are offending, and they have the tools and skills to do that. There's a lot of investment that retailers are putting into training staff around de-escalation, so to de-escalate situations and identify early people that are coming in to offend in their store. And so that's the best strategy. And although it pains both staff and business owners to see people walk out with goods, it's also important that, we don't have people dying in shops.
Okay, so the fundamental thing is do not physically intervene.
Yeah.
And even if you're high security staff, they can't physically intervene.
No, so that's the critical factor, right? The idea is that they're there as a preventative, and they're there to identify people that they know that are going to offend in the store, and to work proactively to remove them from the store, or to follow them through so that they don't offend in the store.
Look, this is incredibly difficult, because I'm sorry, as Todd Scott's found in the New World Metro, he as a citizen thought he was doing the right thing. He was stopping a crime.
Yeah.
Is this happening with increased regularity that citizens do try and step in and help the shop owner?
I'd probably say more occasionally that happens. I think people often are astounded that something's happening in front of them.
Yeah.
And the challenge, of course, is that you could end up in more difficulty than you anticipate because you don't have the skills to do that.
Yeah.
And, some of the larger retailers are looking to technology to see how technology can help.
Well, we talked yesterday on the show about airlocks. You've got to go through a kind of airlock to get out of a store, and therefore you could just detain people until police arrive.